What is up, guys? How's it going today? My name is Syratube, and we are back with another flipping and money-making live stream. Thank you all for tuning in today. We're gonna work with 500 mil today, and the reason we're doing that is because I have a few kind of item investments on the side. And while I do have a little bit over 500 mil in cash, I thought it would be nice just to work with a round number so we can easily track our profits. What do you guys think? We're going to go with 500 mil today. Anyway, if you do enjoy this live stream at any point, be sure to drop a like. It really does help me out a lot. Subscribe if you want more flipping content like this, and we're not going to stall too much today. Let's get into the flipping. Hopefully you guys are having a great Saturday. I know I am. I was literally about... I got distracted by the streaming already. I was about to drink my coffee and burn the heck out of my tongue. I'm going to try to give it a little sip. We'll test it out. Oh no, I'm not even gonna try. I got my mouth close to it, and it's just like insanely hot. I'm gonna burn my tongue if I even try. Anyway, guys, thank you for stopping by today. Let's get into the flipping. Hopefully you guys do enjoy it. Now, first thing we're going to do today is do, it's kind of tough because we do have 500 mil, so we can easily do a lot of high volume flips. But we want to make sure that we're also getting a good amount of profit too. So we'll do kind of a half and half between high volume flips and some higher margin flips. We're going to list the sharks first today, going for 1,055, selling for 1,059. Not a bad margin. And we'll follow that up with the dragon darts like I usually do. We're going to do the furies as well. We're going to get them out of the way quickly first. Furies are a really good flip, and I've been neglecting them a ton. Fighter Bro 101 says hi. Sebastian Farlow also says hello, and he says he lives in England. So you don't live in Kyoto, so it's not as exciting. I always like to know where you guys are tuning in from, by the way, so let me know where you're watching from. Where are you from in this world that we live in? I'd love to know. We have a lot of European viewers, I know that for sure. But we got a couple US viewers as well, and I always like to know where you guys are tuning in from, so let me know. Really would appreciate it. Anu Deep, what is up, man? Reinert also saying, also, everyone remember the next episode of 10 to 100 mil flipping series drops Wednesday. That is true. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Thank you guys for tuning in today, and leave a like if you are enjoying it. Hopefully, your rebuild, Fighter Bro, is going okay, and you're, you know, well on your way to making your cash back. Wow, man. A lot of support today. Thank you, guys. We're going to keep going here. I want to make sure we keep the flipping going. We're actually going to do raw sharks at the same time, which is not a strategy I usually recommend. Usually, if you are flipping a consumable item, like a food item for that reason, like a fish or something like that, you do want to only flip one of the, you either flip the cooked version or the raw version, when you don't do the other one. And the reason that is if you do both at the same time and the item crashes, then you're kind of down on two fronts. For example, like if I was to buy into sharks and they crashed, well, raw shark is going to follow the regular cooked shark as well. So both are going to crash, and we don't really want to do that. So we're not going to do that today. Let's do the Amulet of Fury like we were talking about before, and then we'll get kind of one high margin flip listed. We'll do maybe Bendo's Tacits or something like that. We'll check that out. Oh, wow, great margin on the Amulet of Fury today. Over 15k, it looks like. Very nice for the Amulet of Fury. And the reason that it's actually nice is these flip really, really fast. You guys will see on stream how fast these will actually go. Let's do the Bendo's Tacit as well. Then maybe we'll move into the mahogany planks, some oak planks, and things like that. Some really, really quick flips that usually actually hold good margins as well. So we'll take a look at that. And we got about a, 35k margin on the Bendo's Tacit. So very, very nice as well. We'll list that. Devin Ryder, YVNG says, tuning in from California. Welcome from California, man. Holy cow. It's kind of early there for you guys. Well, I guess it's 9. It's not that early. Devin Ryder says, hey, Syratube. What's up, Devin? Good to see you, man. Thank you for tuning in today. Sebastian says, I flipped my way to rigor. Now I'm on that rebuild, currently at 18 mil. Hey, 18 mil is plenty of money to flip with. Luckily, you didn't go any less than 18 mil, because that's when it starts to get a little bit tough. I usually don't recommend people try to flip with under a 10 mil cash tag for their, if they're new to flipping. If you have some flipping experience, then you can flip with lower than that, but it's going to be really hard for you to learn if you don't have at least 10 mil to play around with. Anyway, 10 GP margin on the Diamond Dragon Ball Z, so we're going to do that. No, so the stack is actually not 500 mil. I'm just deciding to flip with 500 mil today because I have some item investments going on, and I also have a loan from Ice-T again that I do have to pay back somewhat soon. So we're only going to be flipping with 500 mil today and making profits with that, but I do have more money than that. It's just all invested in items right now that I don't quite want to share with the channel yet. I want to make sure that these play out in my favor, so we're going to keep them private for now. But we do have more than 500 mil at this current point in time. Now, the Amulet of Torture is going to be our next flip, guys. Amulet of Torture is one of my favorite flips. It's kind of a high volume, high margin item. It's not really a high margin, but it trades really fast considering its margin. Now, we're going to go ahead and knock the margin up by 15 GP, and we'll buy about 7 of those. And it looks like we're going to get like 40k for them, which is really, really good. They're coming to an all-time high price, which is, it's crazy to see the Zenite jewelry go up so quickly in price. It's one of the fastest price increases that I know on these high-end PVM items, but, you know, outside of like updates and things like that. Because, of course, the Abyssal Bludgeon, like, doubled in value in about 1 hour when the Nightmare came out, which was absolutely insane. What is up, one at a time, RS Pumpkin Face? Thank you guys for tuning in today. Be sure to drop a like, guys, if you are enjoying the stream. Seriously, it really does help me out a lot, and I really do appreciate it. I'm still waiting for this coffee that I just poured to cool down a little bit, because it's going to burn the heck out of my mouth if I try to take a sip of it right now. So, I'm trying to distract myself with the flips here. We'll see how that turns out. But anyway, guys, hopefully you're having a lovely Saturday today. I know I am, although this human malware, since we decided to call it the human malware, going around is still affecting my daily life, as I'm sure it's affecting yours as well. So we'll stay inside, we'll make some flips, we'll make some gains, and we'll keep up the money-winning streak. We've been making a lot of money this month, honestly. So a lot of RuneScape money, that is. Real money, it's about the same. All right. We have 69 million GP for one more flip here. We'll do mahogany planks for now, and we'll see how that goes. And we'll probably follow it up with oak planks with our next flip, as long as we don't forget to do it. So, anyway, if you guys have any questions about what to flip with your cash stack or anything like that, please let me know. Oh, wow. Absolutely zero margin on the mahogany planks. It's pretty rare that that happens, so I guess that is a sign of good luck. Let's try the oak planks next then. But yes, if you have any questions about what to flip with your cash stack or any flipping related questions, please let me know. Please ask me. I'm here to answer your guys' questions. That's what these live streams are about. They're about being interactive, getting your questions cleared up, telling you guys, hey, these are some good items to flip with 10 mil, 25 mil, 50 mil, and things like that. So definitely here to answer your guys' questions. Always open to having a little flipping discussion. Sebastian says, any suggestions for my 18 mil cash stack? Yes, so with an 18 mil cash stack, you're going to be focusing primarily on high volume items. So blood runes, first of all, runes are great until about 50 mil, right? So you always want to make sure you're flipping them because the flips are really quick and it's easy profit. So blood runes, law runes, nature runes, astral runes, wrath runes, sometimes they can be a little bit risky. So wrath runes, maybe. With 18 mil, yeah, you can do wrath runes. Adamant darts are going to be great. Oak planks, like we're doing right now, are a really great flip as well. Things like monkfish will be fine. Prayer potions are good too. Hopefully that's enough to start you out. Amethyst crystal is a little bit on the medium risk side, so if you want to do those, just keep that in mind. But those will be good as well. Anyway, hopefully that is a good start for you, and it's items that you don't know about, I'm hoping. But either way, you could also do the dragon arrows. Those are good too. YVNG says, what margins would you say aren't worth doing for high PVM items such as the Dragon Hunter crossbow, lance, and armadillo? Well, I know I say this a lot, but it really depends on what's worth it to you, first of all. And second of all, it depends on the high-end PVM item, because the Dragon Hunter crossbow margins are going to be way different than the armadillo margins, and determining what's worth flipping between both items is going to vary a lot. So I would say for the Dragon Hunter crossbow, I don't flip anything under a 100k margin. I don't really think it's worth it for that. Same with the lance. If it's, I mean, I'll flip the lance if it's the margin's not underneath 75k. So if it's a 75k margin, I'll probably still do it. But in those scenarios, I usually only flip 2 or 3 of them, and then I just to make up for the margin cost, and then I leave the item behind. Armadillo, I would say I don't flip anything under a 40k margin. So they're all a little bit different. But it just kind of depends on what's worth it for you, in a sense. For me, I usually stick around like 40k for Armadillo, 75k for the Lance, and 100k for the Dragon Hunter crossbow. It's just too much hassle to go through flipping some of those items, and it takes too long for the return that you're going to get. Just keep that in mind. For those of you who have seen the new series, what do you guys think about the new series? Do you like it? We're planning on coming out with an episode every Wednesday until we hit 100 mil, so I hope you guys do enjoy it. And of course, leave me suggestions about that series on what you guys want to see. Do you like the length of the videos? Are they too long? Are they too short? Am I showcasing everything enough? Do I need to explain things more or less? Please let me know. I really need feedback on this series. It's the first real series we're doing on the channel, so I really want to make it special for you guys and exactly what you guys want. So please let me know what you guys want to see from that series, and I'll be sure to accommodate for it. Anyway, Lil Rex says, if I margin check an item and it has a large margin, for example, a smoke battle staff having a 100k margin, do you go for it or do you stay away from that? Ooh, this is a very tough question, Little Rex. And for me personally, I would try to hit the margin. I would undercut a little bit on both ends and try to hit that margin. And the reason is I don't really want to price check an item, have it be 100k, and then miss out on that opportunity to make up for the margin cost. In my opinion, if you check a margin and it's pretty large, I usually go for it, even if it's a little bit risky. That being said, it's probably safer to not go for it, especially, I mean, a smoke battle staff, you're probably not going to hit a 100k margin, to be quite honest, but you could hit a 75k margin twice, and even that is going to make up for your margin costs, plus a little bit of a profit. It would be like an extra 50k profit on that, so I would recommend trying to hit it if you can. If you can't, then, hey, no harm done. You tried to hit it, you tried to make up for the margin cost, you just weren't able to. Anyway, the flips are moving quite slow right now. We're going to check on these dragon darts real quick. Want to make sure we're maintaining everything properly today. And it looks like it went up by 1, so we're going to go up by 1 as well. List the same amount as before. Make sure that's in there doing its thing. Welcome everybody to the live stream. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it. Leave a like if you are. There's a link in the description below to our Discord group, which is meant for everybody regardless of flipping experience. If you're interested in money making through the Grand Exchange here in old school RuneScape, I highly recommend joining the Discord. It's free. We have a lot of beginner flippers in there, as well as very experienced flippers who will help you out. You can just ask questions in there. You can ask me questions in there, and I'll be sure to answer them. Literally anyone that private messages me, anyone that calls me in the general chat, I will answer your questions, I promise. Thank you guys for tuning in today. Hopefully you're having a great Saturday, and let's make some bank. We're kind of getting stuck on a lot of items here. We're going to cut back on the mana rays. These don't seem to be working. Let's check that mahogany plank margin again, because that 1 GP margin was a little bit funky. Looks like it went up 1 GP. We could have a 1 GP margin here. Okay, it's still really small. Looks like someone just closed the margin itself, so it's kind of growing right now. We'll stay away from that. We'll get another item going here. Let's try Khorog Wands. I haven't done these in a long time. I usually like doing the cooked versions on the weekends, because that's when people are usually buying them. More demand on the weekends for Khorog Wands, sharks, things like that. Only a 4 GP margin on them. Probably going to stay away from that too. Kind of struggling on what I want to flip today. Let's do stamina potions. Or no, we'll do prayer potions, actually. We could do grimy Renard weed as well, but we don't quite have enough money for that right now. So we're going to stay away from it just for a minute here. Let's see if we can get a good margin on the prayer potion here. And let's take a look. Oh my, dude, margins right now are just really not good, guys. Struggling to find anything worthwhile to flip. Let me think here. Yeah, we're really having a tough time today. Now, let's go ahead. We have 76 mil. Why don't we go ahead and flip something like the Zamorakian Hasta? That should work out for us. It's a pretty high traded Zamorakian. Can't spell for my life, guys. Let's go ahead and check the margin on this. This should be something that works out a little bit better for us. And recently, the price has been going down a lot on the Zamorakian Hasta. It's about 500k down from its recent peak of 16 million GP. We'll take a look at this real quick. We'll put we can't put 7 of them in, but we'll do 4 of them, and we'll flip another 4 if it goes out well. Looks like the margin is okay on it. Try herb seeds. They've had good margins lately. Keep that in mind. Remind me to do it once this the next slot clears up, because I will go ahead and do it. I don't think we're gonna get any luck on these dragon darts. Looks like we have a lot of competition on them right now, which I'm not very happy with. We'll stay away from them. I think someone on stream is actually just bumping us up by 1 here, so we're gonna just stay away from it. Let's go ahead. We'll do the herb seeds. Let's do snapdragon seeds. I don't really flip seeds a lot because the limit on them is really small, and I don't really think it's worth your time to flip. I mean, it is depending on what kind of cash stack you have. If you have like a 50 to 100 mil cash stack, seeds are very good. I don't really like flipping seeds because I don't like items that have small limits, to be honest. I like that big limit so I can get a huge flip going. Also, items with really high limits tend to have very safe margins. High volume items have the safest margins possible, so the more an item is traded, the safer the margin's going to be. And the reason that actually is because items are traded back and forth so many times that the margins hold constant. As you know, 10 people are trading 100,000 sharks for, you know, buying for 50, selling for 55 or something like that, just as an example. So it holds the margins really steady. Anyway, sorry about this. I missed a couple of the comments here, guys. Lorex says, how do I know when to abort an item if the items are taking too long to go through? I encounter this issue sometimes, and I don't know if I should abort or stay in the item. Wow, a lot of good questions coming from you, Little Rex. Do appreciate that. So, if you are waiting for an item to flip, and you don't know if you should abandon it or not, I would say, depending on the kind of item, you want to wait longer or shorter. So if it's a high volume item and you haven't bought any in like a 5 to 7 minute period, the item likely has shifted at least a little bit in margin and someone else is competing with you. But if it's a high-end item like an Armadillo crossbow or like a Armadillo chestplate, something like that, or even like a Bandos Tacet, if it hasn't bought for like 10 to 15 minutes, then I would adjust it. Just because these items bounce around a lot more, so you need to be more tolerant when the prices fluctuate. Hopefully that makes sense, Little Rex, and hopefully that helped you out. We also have Arik. I don't know how to say his name, so I'm gonna call him Ari. But he says, yesterday I was flipping and today my account got hacked. Sad day. Dude, I'm so sorry to hear that, man. Make sure you put on that authenticator, change your password, change your email password, switch everything, man, and just make sure that your account is secure. That is the most important thing in this entire game, is account security, and is the most valued. Anyway, YVNG says, items to flip with a 400 mil cash stack. Sometimes I run out of items after an hour or so. Well, first of all, I just wanted to ask, are you in our Discord group? We have a flipping list on there, which people really like and they utilize to not run out of flips, basically. But anyway, items to flip with a 400 mil cash stack. Good question. Do you want me to just list a bunch of things off and just go from there? I guess we can do that. So I would say Amulet of Torture. I'm just going to list a bunch that I like, okay? Let's just go rapid fire with it. Bandos Tacets, Bandos Chestplates, Armadillo Chestplates, Armadillo Chain Skirts, Brimstone Rings are good. Let me think. Don't forget your like Dragon Darts, Diamond Dragon Bolts E. Those are 2 good ones, even for a high cash stack like that. I would say Sanguesti Staffs. Just do 1 at a time to keep it low risk. Let me see here. Ancestral Pieces, if you're not doing those, especially Ancestral Hats, that's pretty good with a 400 mil cash stack, excuse me. Zamorakian Hasta, Zamorakian Spear. I'm trying to think of things on the spot. Super Combat Potions, Super Combat Divine Potions, both really good. I'm missing like a lot of gear. Hold on. Primordial Boots, Pregasian Boots, Eternal Boots, Infinity Boots. that should be a good start. Hopefully, crossbows, those are good too. Vigorous chain maces, those are good. Yeah, it's kind of hard for me to think on the spot today. I'm having a lot of coffee. This is my second cup. It's finally cool enough for me to drink, so I'm happy about that. Nice live, by the way. Thank you, Ari. Appreciate that, man. And Ari, if you need help rebuilding your cash stack, be sure to join us on Discord. It is an amazing place to learn how to flip with any amount of cash. We can help you. We've helped a lot of people with rebuilds, so we'd appreciate you stopping by and saying hi. SW comes in and he says, "Hi, Sierra. Hope all is well. I am doing fantastic. Hopefully you're doing well as well." Oh, man, I'm out of breath, dude. Holy cow. Been going too rapid fire today, guys. Pumpkin Face says, "Honestly, it feels like there has been an increase in hacking around old school RuneScape since the beginning of the year." I have a little theory about that actually right now. And the reason I think a lot of hacking and scamming is going on is because hackers and scammers have noticed that the player base has increased a lot since this human malware virus thing has gone around. And because of that, they are capitalizing on it. So we need to be careful. Be careful with your accounts, guys. Let me give you some tips, okay? Never loan people money. Never talk to people about... You never go to third-party websites. Never do anything related to signing into any website. To avoid all the risk, don't use the RuneScape forums, okay? Just don't even use them. They're dead. Everything's on Reddit now anyway. Don't go on the forums. It's not worth the risk. Just play the game. Don't talk to anybody. Don't take loans out. Just be careful. Oh, sorry, one at a time. I missed your question. He says, "I found the Flipping Utilities plugin has been updated for less..." Oh, have you found? No, I haven't. I don't think it's gotten any updates yet. It's still a really good plugin, but I don't think it's got updates. Let's go ahead and sell these tassets for 30,248,000. 3248,995. List that. Let it do its thing. Boom, we got that listed there. That should turn around really quick. We're going to bump up the Amulet of Torture margin here, guys, because they should be buying out a little bit faster, actually. So, 18,348. Oh, hold on. 18,348,995 will do. And let's go ahead and do 6 of those, because that'll hit our limit. Anyway, guys, if you want to join us on Discord, there is a link in the description below. It's an amazing place to learn how to flip with any amount of cash. We have a lot of experienced flippers and beginner flippers in there, so be sure to check that out. On top of it, you guys can join us in-game today if you would like in our clan chat, which is just Syratube. You can type in my username and you'll join our clan chat. We'd love to have you in there. So you can see right now, lots of people in here talking about flipping and money making in old school RuneScape. Demand says, "Hiya, fella." What's up, Demand? Good to see you. Thank you for stopping by today. Hopefully you're making bank today on this lovely Saturday. Cheers, man. Fighter Bro says, "I've been grinding LMS in a mobile. While it's not the best and most efficient, it's fun. So yeah, I finally learned to PK on mobile." Congrats, dude. Hopefully you can translate those LMS skills to the actual wilderness and start making some money killing other players. Snapdragon seeds are at 29. We need to keep a close eye on that. And everything seems to be moving kind of slow right now. So the sharks are doing fine. We'll let those do their thing. But oak plank's not really doing much at the moment. And the diamond dragon bolts E not really doing much either. So let's go ahead. We're going to turn around and sell both of them. 1318 on the diamond dragon bolts E. And we're going to turn around and sell these oak planks for 523, I think. Oh, excuse me. And those got off really fast, so no problem on those. 48 million GP. Let's do some red chinchampas in the meantime. Red chins, sometimes red chins are really weird. Sometimes they have like a 3 GP margin, and other times they have like a 40 GP margin. So let's see how lucky we get today. Ooh, pretty good margin on those. 15 GP going down to a 14 GP margin. List those really quick. Let them do their thing. Only is going to run us 11.5 mil. Pretty good flip for a around 50 to 100 mil cash stack. Don't forget your red chins. They're actually pretty good overnight flips too. Now, the limit isn't amazing, so you can't get that many. But the margins tend to hold at least 50 GP if you do them overnight. Wow, pretty good on the tassets there, guys. Let's take a look at how much we made there. Looks like we made about, we'll use a calculator over here. Why not, right? Looks like we made 255-ish K, so that's pretty good. We'll take that to the bank. 1670 We'll do 1669. Let that do its thing. And the tortures are coming in. The furies we need to cut back on as well. Those should be buying a lot faster. 2748 is what we'll sell for. 995. Let it do its thing. Whew. Of course, if you guys have any questions about what to flip with your cash stack or anything like that, please let me know. I'm here to answer your guys' questions. And guys, I want to make bank today, okay? This month, I've been making absolute bank. The margins have been amazing for me. I've been hitting flips really, really well, and I decided to make some investments recently as well, and everything is looking up right now. So I'm very happy with the cash stack gains, and the flipping series is going well too. The new episode for the flipping series, the 10 to 100 mil flipping series that is coming out next Wednesday, so stay tuned for that, guys. It's a good episode. We made some bank on that one, and I'm happy to announce that. Rios asking, what are some pointers / tips for some overnight flips? Give me 1 minute, Rios, and I'll answer that for you. Kai says, how late am I? You're not late at all. Welcome to the stream, man. We still got another 30 minutes to go and make some bank on these flips. Let me get this 262 mil listed, and then we will definitely go ahead and do some flips here. Anyway, you can join us in-game in our clan chat Syratube if you would like, but for now, let's go ahead and get another flip listed. Let's do the Armadillo God Sword. The only reason I want to do the God Sword is I think it's sort of a quicker, safer flip than if we were to do any of the Armadillo armor. It doesn't look like a lot of our well, I guess our Bandos Tassets work, so we can keep an eye on that, but we'll just do a quick Armadillo God Sword flip. It's going to net us about 70k, so it's not too bad. Holy cow, guys, look how fast those chins went. If you haven't hit chins today, I highly recommend it. It was like 90k in about, what was that, like 2 minutes? Very, very nice. We got those furies off as well. Very, very well. Oh, let's go ahead. We'll talk about the overnights here. Let me get these flips listed, and then we'll talk about overnights. Sorry, I am so off the walls today. We need to get the, let's see. What should we flip? Hold on. We have so much money to work with. We better just go into the Armadillo chain skirts and things like that. If we don't, then we're just gonna have so much money sitting around that's not gonna be putting, or like, that we're gonna be using. Jeez, my commentary is crazy today. I gotta slow down a bit. Now, let's go ahead. We'll put these Armadillo chain skirts in for a little bit above the margin. How about we do, we'll do 5 of them for now. We'll just let that do its thing. And we'll leave another slot open in case we need to sell anything. So as far as overnight flips go, guys, if you want to do an overnight flip, here's how I recommend going about it. For example, first of all, it depends how much money you have. If you have a lot of money, like 500 mil plus, you can flip like PVM items overnight, high margin items overnight. But if you're under 500 mil, I really don't recommend it. It's a little bit too risky for your cash stack. That being said, let's talk about how to flip high volume items overnight. In my opinion, I really like to flip sharks overnight. I think it's a really, really good overnight flip. What I do when I flip sharks overnight is I check the margin in game at the current moment in time. Then I put in a listing for like 15 to 20 GP under the current margin. And on top of that, what I do is I look on a site like GE Tracker or Platinum Tokens, and I see what the price of sharks are during the week. So, for example, if the sharks are trading at 1,000, and that was like the lowest point of the week that it was trading at, I keep that in mind. I look at what they're trading for right now, so let's say 1,055. For an overnight, I would probably list for 1,020 because I know that their lowest price they've traded has been 1,000, and they're likely not going to hit that again. So I'll put in a listing 15 to 20 GP under its current margin, let that sit overnight, turn around and sell it in the morning, and I would say 95% of the time you succeed on those. Sharks are a very, I'm not going to say they're a very stable item, but they're a very easy item to flip overnight. They fluctuate a lot, and the price doesn't move that much in terms of like a long-term movement. So they'll fluctuate between like 1,000 and 1,050 within a day period, but they're not going to like crash to 950 in a day. They do make movements, but it's quite slow, and you're able to capitalize on the short-term movements in a long period of time. Wouldn't you say high PVM items overnight are risky since margins can change drastically? Yes, they are very risky, but they're also very profitable. For example, I was able to hit an Ancestral Robes flip for 12.4 mil on accident, and I only had 8 of them, so I got lucky. Anyway, hopefully that makes sense, Rios. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll be able to explain it out for you. Host Eno says, hey, I'm from the Discord. Welcome, Host Eno, to the live stream. Thank you for tuning in. And of course, if you are enjoying it, please leave a like. It really does help me out a lot. Seriously, guys, just smash that like button. Come on, it helps me out a lot. Whew. All right, I need to grab my water or else I'm going to go insane. Give me 1 sec, guys. I gotta go fill it up. Give me 1 minute. Coffee is like really drying out my mouth, and I'm just having like the worst what is it, like, what do they call it, dry mouth, I guess. So now that we're good, how do you go about overnight PVM items? Good question. So if I want to flip some like higher margin items overnight, this is where like analyzing item price over a period of time is pretty important, but it is the same strategy. I don't check the margin in-game. What I do is I go to a site like Platinum Tokens or GE Tracker, and I look at where the item has fluctuated throughout the week. Then I relate that to its current price, and what I do usually is I look and see what it's currently trading for, and then I list, I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain. If an item looks like it's at a very high price, then I won't even really look at it in terms of doing an overnight flip. So for example, if the Armadillo chain skirt is trading at 38 million, but it's been trading between 37 and 39 million throughout the week, I'm still not going to flip it because I know that the Armadillo chain skirt is usually only around 34 mil. That's a completely inflated price, and there's a chance that if I try to flip it overnight, it could crash on me and I could end up losing a lot of money. So what I do is I only find items that I think are lower than they normally are, and then once I do that, I go ahead and find a good listing in between there. So for example, let's say the Armadillo Godsword, it's trading for a fine price right now. If I were to flip these overnight, I would probably list them for 11,425, because the reason I want to do that is I want to A, make sure the listing is not too low and I'll still be able to buy it overnight. And B, I know that Armadillo Godswords have been trading between 11.3 and 11.5 mil for about like a month or so. So I'm pretty confident the price is stable and I'm not going to lose money when I wake up in the morning. Hopefully that makes sense. I do have an overnight flipping video, and if you guys have more questions after watching that video, I have no problem bringing another video to the channel explaining it. Right now, I'm kind of like off the cusp, not really thinking through it as much as I probably should when it comes to an explanation, but I'm just trying to give a brief summary of it. Wow, we got a lot of people in the clan chat today, guys. Join us in our clan chat, Syratube. We'd love to have you in there. We talk about flips, good items to flip. And the in-game chat is really good if you're just looking to get some quick flips. And, you know, people like always are saying like, Cannonballs 20 GP margin, or like hit blood runes right now 10 GP margin. It's faster in the clan chat than it is in the Discord, but our Discord is the best place to get flipping and like knowledge and feedback and coaching. So if you're interested in kind of brushing up on your flipping skills, I highly recommend joining our Discord group. 28 people in here right now, guys. Smash that like button, it really does help me out a lot. Thank you, and hopefully you all are having a lovely Saturday. Hopefully you're making bank too. At what age did you start your water addiction? Basically when I started streaming. 29 now, buddy. What's up, David Wolfman? Good to see you. The Mithril Mace donator. What's up, dude? The day he realized we're all fish swimming on land, of course. Of course. 29 million GP, guys. Let's go ahead and get some flips going with it. I'm thinking we do Amulet Crystal. How could I forget? This is one of my... Recently, Amulet Crystal has been one of my favorite flips. And the reason I like it, especially right now, this past week, it's been fluctuating a lot. Like, I was able to buy some Amulet Crystal for 1,000 or 1,261 last night. and it looks like it's already at, well, it was 1,315 earlier, but it's gone down again. It's really volatile right now, and you guys will see in the 10 to 100 mil flipping series me flipping these overnight, actually, and we had really good success on them, so happy to see that. Host Eno says, I've always wondered if this flipping strategy is profitable. For example, Armadillo Godsword, insta-buy 7, then insta-buy 1. That'll stretch the price a bit, then sell everything at the last buy. Probably not, because what happened is, or what happens with that is you don't have enough buying power. Since you can only buy 8 of them, you have to look at how many are traded a day. If I had to guess, I bet over 1,000 Armadillo Godswords are traded daily, so your purchase of 8 is really not that significant in the total supply of Armadillo Godswords in the game. You don't have a lot of power along the, like, you don't have a lot of buying power, right? Because of the flipping limit. So the reason, what happens is you don't have enough buying power to drive the price upwards, and even if you think in the short term you can, it's very unlikely that you'll be able to do it. Hopefully that makes sense. It's not really a great explanation behind it, but anyway, Lucas says, hey, what do you think about flipping all kinds of gems? Which ones do you think are the best to flip? I don't really flip gems that much. It's good if you're in free-to-play, I would say. Like uncut emeralds, cut sapphires, uncut sapphires, things like that. But I do think they're a good flip, but only if you're free-to-play. And the reason that is I don't think the buying limit on gems is very high. And at the same time, they're very competitive and they fluctuate a lot. So they're sort of annoying to flip, in my opinion. They take a while to sell. It's not that easy to do. I'm just not a big fan of flipping gems at all. You can find better returns somewhere else. Just my opinion, though. 30 people in here. Welcome, everybody. Be sure to drop a like on this stream if you are enjoying the stream. And of course, if you have any questions about what to flip with your cash stack or anything flipping related, please let me know. Let me know what items you want to see me flip. I'll be sure to try to do them here on our live stream real quick. We're not able to buy any of these chain skirts here. Let's go 33958 995. Let's let it do its thing. We'll knock that up a little bit. We'll do 5 of them. And now we got to cut back on these seeds. Someone definitely overcut us on those seeds. No problem, though. Let's go ahead. We'll list them for 87k. Do 87,155. That should be good. Wow. Did I list that wrong? No. Holy cow, dude. They went right up in price, and we were able to instantly sell 29 seeds for a 40k, well, it's more like 37k profit, but still, that's pretty good. Now, let's go ahead and, well, we're going to turn around and sell these Amulets of Torture. They're just not really working for us. Hopefully, the price is going up on them. I think they were selling, I don't remember. Luckily, we have this great flipping plugin. Let's go ahead and take a look here. It was selling for 18,385,000 is what we'll list them for. All 18,385,995. Oh my gosh, I always hate when I do that. 18,385,995. List that, let it do its thing. And I think these, let me see what we were doing here with the sharks. I think it's the same thing with the sharks. I don't really remember what the margin on those was. Although I do think they probably went up in price because that took us a while to buy. So let's go ahead and list them for 1,065 and see what happens. Which is actually like a good bit above our original margins, like 6 GP over the original margin. We're not really making a lot of profits today. I don't know if we have a lot of flipping competition today or people are using my margins on stream or really what's going on, but we're struggling a lot to find good flips today. We were doing okay in the beginning, then we were doing decent, and now we're kind of struggling again. So let's make sure we're staying active on our flips. We're maintaining our flips properly. 15.5, we'll do 15.595,995. Should sell. Let me just check. 15. Oh, no, that's way too high. We'll do, anyway, we got all the Armadillo Godswords, so we'll turn around and sell those. But let's do the Zamorak Hostor for 15.5. We'll do 15.555. 15.555,995. Let's let it do its thing. I'll get to the questions in a second, guys. Let me just make sure all of our flips are operating in our favor. 11, 4, 9, 4, 9, 9, 5. Let's let it do its thing. There we are. We're good with that. And the Hosta sold pretty quickly. Let's do some safer flips. We'll do magic logs, try to make up a little bit of profit there. And we'll see if we can get those off properly. Four GP margin on those, not too bad at all. 11,996. We'll put those in. Let's do one more flip. Let's do Zolver scales. We'll keep it safe with the Zolver scales here. One of my favorite flips. Zolver scales are OP. They're good for literally any cash stack, and the limit on them is so high. Okay, they're not OP today because there's a 1 GP margin, so we're not going to flip them. Let's do Eternal Boots. We could also go ahead and do Hydra Leather if we feel like it, but... Dude, someone is definitely listing off of our flips here on stream today. Because look, we're not able to flip anything, and everything we try is, like, always margin checked. It's just a shame, man. Can't showcase as much for you guys. But we'll work around it. You know, we always win anyway, so I'm not too worried about it. Let's go knock that up 2 GP. Usually we don't have a problem with it, but today we're having a really big problem. Let's go ahead. Let's try Zolandra teleports, actually. They have been going up a lot in price recently. Yeah, we'll go ahead and list a few of those, and yeah, that'll be good for now. Anyway, let's get to the questions. Thank you guys for your patience. Ari says, how much have you earned on your personal best week flipping? Oh, I don't know. Probably like 50, 60 mil, I would think, is probably the best I've done in a week. Are you familiar with FlipChat 1 system and how the clan works? I was wondering if that system is possible for 500 mil plus items on OSRS. No, I don't really have any. I've never heard of FlipChat 1's thing or anything like that. I don't really know what that is. Demand says the plugin is actually a godsend, so it's nice not having the notepad open to write down your margins. Yes, dude, it's so useful, and I'm gonna make a video on how to put it on your own RuneLite soon, so stay tuned for that if you don't know how to already use it. Devin said, I told you those seeds are good. You just got to get them around the bottom of the wave while they are fluctuating. Yes, dude. Those seeds absolutely killed it for the profits today. So thank you for the suggestion. Really do appreciate that. Let's go ahead and knock down the Diamond Dragon Bolts E. 1,315. Excuse me there. Jeez. Do you have the margin freeze activated? I don't really know what that means. I guess not. Imperfecto, I don't really know what that means, but if you could explain it to me, then maybe I could say yes or no, but I'm not really sure. Dig site teleports are decent as well. The problem with the dig sites is I find that they're hard to sell, and they fluctuate even more than the Zolandra teleports and the Revenant teleports. The thing about the flipping plugin is it messes up if you sell the item one at a time as it comes in. That is true, but that being said, it's still, like, I wouldn't really look about the profit each or potential profit. Just look at the buy and sell price, because that will always stay consistent, and that's why I like it. On the flipping plugin, there is this setting called margin freeze. Ooh, I didn't know that. I'll have to look into it later. I'm not going to do it on stream right now, but thank you for letting me know, Imperfecto. If you don't mind, what does it actually do? What does the margin freeze actually do? Does it hold these margins consistent? Just let me know. Everything is not really moving right now. Let's go ahead and knock down the tortures. We're struggling. We're really struggling today with these flips. 379995. We'll list that let it do its thing. Nothing is really going well for us. Let's knock down the sharks again. We'll just do it for its original margin, which was 1,059, I believe. Let that do its thing. We still have 347 mil to work with. Let's do... I'm trying to think. We could do more Zenite, but I'm a little bit nervous we're not going to be able to. Let's try the Bandos chestplate. That's a pretty highly traded item. Should be relatively safe. Oh, didn't mean to collect that, but okay. Uh, 10k margin on them. It's not really that good, but we'll try it anyway. Since we do have a lot of money sitting around, we might as well go for it. Let's see, 207 mil. I want to make sure we put it to good use, because that's a lot of leverage that we can use on some flips. So I want to make sure we can use a fair bit of it. 207 mil. Let's try Prims. I don't think we've really made any profit today, guys. We might have, but we're struggling a lot with getting these flips off. Now we're going to start making some because we have the Torturers and the Bandos chestplates coming in. Now we'll start to get some, but it's still like, it's pretty tough for us today, guys. Not going to lie. Usually I don't struggle this much with these flips, but hey, it is what it is. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in today. If you are enjoying the live stream, please leave a like. We do this every Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so I really hope you guys are enjoying it and are appreciating it. Of course, if you have any questions about what to flip with your cash stack or anything flipping related, please let me know. I'd love to give you guys recommendations about what to flip with your cash stack and things like that, and flipping strategies. But, of course, if we are not live, you can join us in our Discord group, link in the description below. You can ask me questions on there in a private message, or you can ask anyone in the flipping chat in general. It's a really awesome place to learn how to flip with any amount of cash, and I've had a lot of people come back and say like, hey, your flipping Discord really helped me out a lot. I went from 10 mil to 50 mil, and now I feel like a wealthy player. So if you guys are interested in learning how to flip, just to like let you guys know, we have the flipping resources for you, and we can teach you how to flip with any amount of cash. So we'd love to have you join our Discord. Let's go ahead and knock this down a little bit, and we'll see if those sell off. Quick 70k, hopefully. And these Alandra teleports are not really buying, so let's go do, let's see, we'll do whatever that original margin was. We'll just get them off, move into something else. Amulet Crystal not buying anymore as well. Oh yeah, things are starting to sell now, guys. 1292 is what we're going to sell these Amulet Crystal for. Or, wait, it said 1297? Okay, so we'll do 1295, maybe. Should be good. And Prims are almost done. Let's turn around and sell them really quick, because, Prims, for me, I don't really love flipping the Primordials. They don't really, like, I can buy them easily, but I always have trouble selling them. And I think I just don't wait long enough for them to sell off. I kind of have a weak hand in that sense. Anyway, YVNG says, do you always do low margin items such as Overscale / Blood Runes even though you have a lot of money? It depends. Usually what I do is if I have a lot of high margin items going, then I flip like low margin, really easy things to flip to make up for some of the margin check costs. So I always flip Blood Runes, Overscales, always. They're such a good flip, and if you're not flipping them, you're really missing out on a lot of free GP. A lot of the times I'll flip Overscales, I'll get 60 to 90k, and to me, that's a lot of money for such an easy flip that usually is completed with like within 5 to 10 minutes. You know you're gonna get it. It's really safe, really simple flip. Just list it, let it go. Blood Runes, you make like, or you can make like 100k in literally like 2 minutes. Blood Runes are insane sometimes, so I love flipping Blood Runes as well, but most of the time you're going to get 40 to 60k on them. Just make sure you're always checking them and doing them. Like, here's the thing is 60k itself is nothing, but if you flip a margin, like, or if you flip a limit like twice a day, so let's say you get 40k on the Blood Runes twice, so that's 4 minutes, you're gonna make 80k. You do that every day, you're gonna be making a lot of bank. 80k a day adds up, and that's not even on top of your normal flips. So just make sure that you don't neglect items that you feel like don't bring in a lot of profit. They really do in the long run, so make sure you're consistently hitting these. But again, you don't have to do everything. Typically, high volume items I do every day are like Sharks, Diamond Dragon Bolts E, Dragon Darts, these Overscales, Blood Runes. Those are ones I do constantly because I think they're really good flips. Anyway, guys, hopefully you are enjoying the stream today. We were able to hit those primordial boots, which I'm actually pumped about since we haven't had a lot of great flips going today. We're gonna do another 5 of those. We're gonna hope those hit really quickly here. And we got those Bandos chest plates off, boom. We got those Amulets of Torture off, boom. And we got the sharks off, boom. Bringing in the profits to the bank, even though that took us a while to get those done. So let's go ahead. We're gonna put in some more flips here and see how everything goes. Let's do the Onyx bolt tips. I think we're gonna do next. This is a slower flip for sure, but it tends to have a good margin on it. They're a little bit riskier. It's like medium risk on these bad boys. Pretty good overnight flip if you are confident that you can hit it. Let's go ahead and list a bunch of those. We'll do 3K. Now, we have 287 million GP left. Let's check out the Armadillo chest plate. We checked out the chain skirt earlier, but it didn't work out too well for us. So we're going to make sure we try to get another high margin item going here. And I do like flipping the Armadillo pieces because I tend to find they flip very, very fast compared to a lot of other items. So let's go ahead. We'll get the... I don't want to do 7 of them. We'll do 5 of them. And we still have 87 million GP left. So we'll put this into something else here. Let's do... let's check those mahogany planks again. Hopefully the margin has sort of stretched by now. Really want to hit these mahogany planks today because they are a really good flip and I want to showcase it for you guys. Still not a great margin on those, not holding up well. 87 million GP left. Let's do some manta rays. I don't think we did manta rays yet. Trading for 1,400. Not a great margin on them, but it's not horrible. 5 GP, we'll definitely take that. Let's go ahead. We'll list the limit of them, which is 9,900, and or it was actually 10K, but we are going a little bit under that in case we need to do another margin check. Those Armadillo, not the Armadillo, the Amulet crystal sold for 1,295, so that was a decent flip. Looks like we made 20K on them for how much we had. It's not too bad. Yeetnatic says, what's going on, my dude? What's up, man? Hopefully you are enjoying the stream. Drop a like if you are, dude. But anyway, Rios says, what are your thoughts on Dragon Claws for flipping? Now, I am kind of cursed with the Dragon Claws. Every time I flip them, they don't really go too well for me. That being said, I do know people who have had success flipping Dragon Claws. Dragon Claws are a very, very stable item, actually. Like, contrary to popular belief, Dragon Claws are one of the most stable, like, high-end items that I know of. They are risky, and they do take a while to flip. The only reason I don't really like flipping Dragon Claws is they're not really a necessary item, if that makes sense. So, as people want to PvP and things like that, they're not exactly like... It's not like an Armadillo chestplate, right? If you want the best in-range setup, you need an Armadillo chestplate, right? Makes sense. But Dragon Claws, they're kind of like, you know, oh, this is a PvP item, and I want it as my spec weapon, so I'm going to buy it. So that, to me, that kind of demand that it I guess, demands, is not exactly something I think is optimal. That being said, they're still a pretty good flip in the short term, and they're relatively stable for such an expensive item. Personally, I flip them sometimes, but it's not something that's on my normal list. Speaking of a normal list, something I forgot about flipping today, which we did mention earlier, is the crossbow. Now, the crossbow has been a really funky item these past couple of months. It's been bouncing between like 7 mil and 13 mil at one point, which is crazy, but sometimes the margins on these bad boys are just really, really good. I used to flip these when they were like 30, 40 mil each. Actually, the crossbow is one of the best flips I've ever had. I think it was like a 10.2 mil flip on... I think I got like 1 mil for every crossbow or something like that. It was crazy. I have a screenshot of it somewhere that I'll share with you guys one day. It's actually probably in my Discord. There's a link in the description below. Oh, speaking of the Discord, guys, I don't know if you know this, but I have a part of my Discord where I post every single one of my flips that I find worthy. It's an entire flipping log that I have. So if you haven't checked that out yet, I highly recommend checking it out. We also have a good flip section where people post their own flips, but I post all my personal flips in that flipping log. So if you're interested to see that, definitely join us on Discord. It's an amazing place to learn how to flip with any amount of cash. And of course, if you guys are enjoying the stream, drop a like on this video. Helps me out a lot. Whew, we making bank today, boys. Not really, but we're trying to. Let's go ahead and do the dragon arrows as well. This is weird because usually on Saturday, like midday morning, I find the margins are pretty good and things trade relatively fast. Today, it's not quite the case, so it's interesting to see that. Let's go ahead and list these for their margin, which is a 3 GP margin each. Not too bad. Thanks for the response, brother. No problem, Rios. Hopefully you are enjoying the stream, man, and I know you've been here for a while, so I appreciate it. Doesn't look like we're going to have a lot of luck on these prims. We'll cut back on those. We'll do the... what's another good one we can do? We'll do Armadillo... we can do Armadillo crossbows. Is flipping utilities on Runelight? Yes, it is. Fedor says, what is the Discord? There's a link in the description below to the Discord group, so go ahead and join that if you are interested. It's in the description of the live stream for you. Let's go ahead and get these Armadillo crossbows going here. Looks like the margin's pretty good on them, so we'll make sure we do something good with them. Can't quite do that many. $30 people in here today. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Hopefully, you all are having a lovely Saturday. I know I am. I'm just kicking back, trying to make some bank. You know, the average RuneScape player. If you guys don't know, though, I hardly play this game, like, anymore. Like, I really only play this game to flip. So, I would say I have a decent amount of flipping knowledge at this point. But I don't claim to be the best by any means. I'll say that. 1399. Although I think I'm pretty darn good. I'm really good at, like, lower cash stack flipping, I would say. The higher stuff, like, I'm not as good as some of these other players I've met. But as far as low cash stack flipping, Syratube might be the best. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the stream today. Please leave a like, really does help me out a lot. Subscribe if you want more content like this. Always bringing flipping content and flipping live streams to the channel for you guys to enjoy. So hopefully you do enjoy it. Fedor says, good on you for sharing your flipping stuff. I'm assuming my flipping knowledge as well is what you mean. He says, I've been doing it for a long time, and it's rare to see people share. Dude, to me, the more... Okay, here's the thing with flipping. The more people that flip, the better the markets are, because margins are more steady, and flips are faster. So, contrary to popular belief, more people flipping is actually not bad for the Grand Exchange. So Blue says, what's up, Sierra? Love any kind of flipping content. Looking forward to your streams from now on with a smiley face. Flipping consistently right now. Almost broke 2 mil profits yesterday and just passively between other stuff. Congratulations, man. Appreciate that, dude. Congrats on the 2 mil cash tag, too. That's great, dude. Or the 2 mil profit, excuse me. You make more money, haha. Well, you can make more money if less people... You actually, I think, make more money if less people are flipping. But your flips go faster if more people are flipping. So that's, you know, is what it is. When less people are flipping, margins are way larger. So you'll notice if you flip at an off-peak time, your margins you get are like twice as big as you would normally get during a peak time. That being said, the flips are a lot slower. So I think it kind of averages out. I don't really know. I'm not like an economic expert by any means. So I can't really put my 2 cents in on that. But I do think that more people flipping is actually not a bad thing. Quicker flips, margins are more consistent, they're more stable, but they're not as large. We're going to be wrapping up these flips here in a minute, guys. I'm actually going to start cutting back on them right now, as we will be wrapping up the stream somewhat soon here. How did you guys like the 10 to 100 mil flipping series that I recently started on the channel? Let me know what you guys think about that. I really want more feedback on that. I'm really looking for feedback on the 10 to 100 mil flipping series. Please drop a comment on there. Let me know in the live streams, whatever you need to do, or let me know on the Discord. I want to make that series perfect for you guys, so let me know what you want to see out of it. I feel like a lot of people are flipping with you know, between a 10 to 100 mil cash deck and trying to learn with that amount. Of course, there's players who have more than that who are also trying to learn, but I feel like flipping with that amount is the most beneficial for most of our viewers. So let me know what you want to see with that kind of cash and just what you want to see out of the series in general. If you want anything fun, if you have any item recommendations, by the way, let me know because I will definitely flip them on that series. I'd love to get them, to get some items moving on there that are from the viewers. Let me know any items that you've had success with on those streams, or not on the streams, within the game, and let me know for the series. Anyway, and those armadillo chest plates went off very nice. Definitely going to be a good series. Can't wait for the next episode. Next episode drops Wednesday. Wednesday at noon it will be dropping. So we're going to drop new episodes every Wednesday at noon. Hopefully you guys do enjoy it. I know dude, I'm enjoying making the series right now. That's how I know I'm going to like the series. Try obsidian armor. Definitely will try obsidian armor. I don't want to do it yet though, at Kenner 97. And the reason I don't want to flip it yet is because I don't quite have enough GP on the series yet to actually want to do that. So it is on my list. I didn't forget about it or anything like that, but I don't want to flip it quite yet. Anyway, guys, we're going to be cutting back here today as we wrap up the stream. We have a couple flips listed. I'll keep you guys updated in the Discord on our stream profits today. Anyway, hopefully you guys did enjoy the stream today. Leave a like if you did. Really helps me out a lot. Subscribe if you want more content like this. Always bringing flipping content and flipping live streams to the channel for you guys to enjoy. So hopefully you do enjoy it. Was that rapid fire enough for you? Hopefully it was. Anyway, hopefully you guys make some bank on this awesome Saturday. Please get your flips in. You know, there's not much to do outside right now, so definitely get in on those flips. Anyway, thank you for tuning into the stream today. Drop a like, join us on Discord, link in the description below, and I'll see you all next time.